All right, so for today's gear hack, we're going to talk about using your control panel as a divider, which we've talked about in previous gear hacks, but this time we're going to talk about modifying an attachment point. So whatever you want to use, whether it be a laptop sleeve or a hydration or additional accessories on the other side of your control panel, you have some type of device that keeps it in place. Now, it is important to note that some of the things we're going to show you are things that we do not offer on our website. However, as you pick whatever attachment point, in this case we have a fidlock in this example, you can simply get those on Amazon for a few dollars a piece. You can buy them in packs or whatever. So the first thing we're going to start with is how to get this set up, even though we've kind of talked about it in a previous gear hack. What it's going to do, again, is it's going to allow you to keep something, whether it's a laptop in this case or a hydration bladder, retained behind the control panel, but still allow you to use both sides of the control panel and still have a closing point here. So it'll look something like that, as easy as that is. The first thing you're going to need, obviously, is a FastPack Lightspeed, which is the pack in this example, or an EDC, or an Axiom 18, X25, or 24. Basically, all those packs have an attachment point in the bottom of the bag. There's 2 anchor points, and that's what you're going to actually anchor your control panel to. When you get your control panel, like you can see here, this is control panel 2, you have these 4 attachment points on the top and the bottom, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and they're going to come with this strap here. The way that these are designed is you would simply attach the fidlock, or excuse me, the slit clip to the control panel, and then attach this side to the pack, and then you could adjust the height based on what you need in the bag, right? So what you're going to do is get your control panel, you're going to remove this strap, and you're going to remove 2 of the slip clips, just like so. You're going to put those at the bottom of the control panel, or the top if you want to use it inverted. Close it as such, do another one over here, take that and attach it to the bottom of your pack. Again, Lightspeed, EDC, Axiom, X25, or 2418. So now you will have it pretty much like you see here. Like the control panel isn't going to go anywhere, and it can fold out like so. The reason why we kind of like this, and the reason why it was an inherent design of the control panel, is it allows you to get to both sides. A lot of folks simply mount a control panel to the back of the pack. It can't move up or down, fold in or out, and it's just a back panel to have different accessories. Completely fine, but we wanted to give you the option to do really whatever you wanted to. So in this case, again, it lets you fold it out, so I can access this side, get to these zipper compartments here, attach, obviously, as you can see here, pouches to the front of a control panel 1, which has this MOLLE or PALS webbing matrix here. Okay, so the next thing is how to set up this particular attachment system that you see here. So what I'm going to do is remove this pouch just to kind of show you what we've got going on here. Basically, I have a strip of webbing moving through the female or male, whichever side you want to use, buckle that I chose, and I'm going to show you some examples here in a second. And then I put an extra slit clip that I got off of my control panel through the bottom of that webbing, and then that snags on a piece of this PALS matrix that you see here, or MOLLE webbing that you see here. So this can't go any further up, right? I then take the male or female, the opposing side of this buckle, and attach it to the provided hydration carrier in the bag, right? So just to show you an example of what that looks like in an unused Lightspeed. When you get a Lightspeed or an EDC, you're going to have this hydration tab here, and you can adjust it. So you could just move that webbing out like so, and then attach whatever buckle you want here. So just to show you another example, I'll use a Cobra buckle. You could weave that buckle in like so, and then run that excess through the tri-glide here, and now you have that top attachment point, right? And then you would attach that to the other piece like you see here. So that's one quick example of how to set this up. Now, to actually go through it step by step, again, you can use all different kinds. You can do a Cobra buckle like you see here. You can simply just use a like G-hook type of attachment point, in which case you would not need to have a male side up here, you could simply just attach this and then hook it through a loop that you would create on this piece of webbing. You could use just your standard buckle, as you see here. Of course, you can use a Fidlock magnetic buckle. There's all different kinds of buckles. Again, you can Amazon them and get them for a few dollars a piece, buy them in sets, whatever the case may be. So what you're gonna do after you pick your buckle is you will take this strap, and again, 4 of these come with your control panel, and you're gonna go ahead and pull the webbing out, and you're going to discard this piece. So you're gonna arrive at something like this. You've taken the slit clip and used it as either an attachment point for this control panel, or you're holding on to it like this. So you would turn, again, this strap into this, right? You're gonna discard this piece, and what you're gonna do is whichever buckle you want to use on the control panel, you will weave that through. So again, I'll use this Cobra buckle here. So I'll do something like that, okay? I'll take this top piece off because that is gonna mount to the hydration cord here on the pack itself. Then what you're gonna do is feed that through the MOLLE. Like so. And then you're going to take your slit clip, and this part gets a little tricky. It takes a little finagling. You'll pass your slit clip through, and then around the other side, clip it in place, and kind of fold it over like so. Then, when you pull this tight, that slip clip is going to catch on this attachment here, or this webbing here, these seam lines. And then because you've taken your other end and attached it to the top, you now have your attachment point. So you can arrive at something like I've shown you here, or any other type of attachment point. This does no damage to the bag, and as long as you don't lose the pieces, does not void your warranty or anything like that. And as you can see here, it is, if you wanted to move to a different configuration, simply comes out like so. And you can go back to your standard control panel 1 or 2, whichever one you decide to use in this case. And again, just to kind of show you how quickly and easily this can work for you, you can undo it. I can still access my control panel on both sides, slide in my device or tool or whatever the case may be, and close her up. All right, so on the Axiom, you're gonna follow the exact same steps. However, you need to have one additional step. You'll notice on the Axioms, you don't have that center line hydration carrier. No problem. Just take another one of the straps off your control panel, this guy that you used previously, and instead of removing this piece, you're gonna keep it on this time. What you're gonna do is just run the webbing all the way to one of the seams on either side, doesn't matter which, okay? And you want it to look something like this. You're then going to take whatever side of the buckle you want to use as your top piece, weave the longer side of that webbing through it, like so. And then you'll have these 2 loops. That is where you'll take a slit clip and attach those 2 loops like so. All right. And then you would attach this guy up to the top of your Axiom like so. And there you now have your hanger. And there's your gear hack.